Hi, welcome back to my page. It's another weekend, and we are here in London. It's a London derby. Arsenal are playing home to Crystal Palace. So Arsenal have seen their title hopes dented after they ended 2023 with a back-to-back defeat to West Ham and Fulham, respectively, and then they failed to keep a clean sheet in their last three games. They lost 2-0 here at Emirates to Liverpool and West Ham, and then they lost 2-1 to Fulham as well. They are playing home today against Crystal Palace, so let's see what happens. Let's see what happens if they can revive their Premier League title hopes, or they might just consider another. Because the last time they lost 4 games in a row was in 2018. Yeah, it was in 2018 when they lost 4 Premier League games in a row. So let's see what happens today. As usual, it's CWMC, Convo with Mo. I'm just going to have a little chit-chat with some of the fans before the game, and let's see the fans' opinion. Let's see what they think. You can leave your opinion under the comment section as well. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube page. So we are here again at Emirates, and Arsenal, you're playing Crystal Palace today. It's a London derby. Already you've lost to West Ham and Fulham already, which is really bad for us now. What do you think is going to happen today?
Well, obviously we've just come back from Dubai, and we've had that break. I'm expecting an absolute thrashing today. I want it to be 3-0, 4-0, goals in the first half. It's an absolute must-win. Obviously we dropped points to Fulham, West Ham, even Spurs. Fulham twice, so today absolutely has to be a 4-0 thrashing.
You struggled to win here at Emirates. You lost against Liverpool here at Emirates. You lost to West Ham here at Emirates again. And then Roy Hodgson and his boys, they managed to grab a point at Etihad, which was a tough one, from 2-0 down to 2-2. Do you think they might pull a surprise here today?
I think it's the best chance they'll ever have to pull off a surprise today. I'm going to go in and say it's going to be a win, Arsenal are going to win, but I would not be shocked if they get something today, because we've just been absolutely atrocious in the last 3 or 4 games. So Crystal Palace wouldn't have a better chance to get something than today, but hopefully we don't let them have it.
You've managed to secure a midfield with Declan Rice, but you're struggling to have a good striker, because Gabriel Jesus is not reliable. And to win the Premier League, you need someone who can score at least 20 goals a season. Can you remember when was the last time you had a striker that scored 20 goals a season in all competition?
God, yeah. I mean, Aubameyang probably was it, and that was, 5-6 years ago. Lacazette maybe. Giroud probably never. We've been awful. I mean, last season we had 86 goals anyway without the striker, but this season it's been atrocious. Eddie Nketiah's not been firing, Saka not firing, Martinelli not firing. So I think we should be fine. I don't think Jesus will play today. I don't know who will play striker, but we need one. We need Ivan Toney. It's no secret. That's who I want in January. I don't think it's going to happen, but we need a striker. We need a killer. We need an Ian Wright back in, something like that.
So, I've been asking the fans this question. It's all about Arsenal's legend. If you have the chance to start Mesut Ozil, Cesc Fabregas, and Odegaard, start one, bench one, and sell one.
I am going to see. I would say I'm leaning towards Cesc to start, but he did go to Chelsea. So I'm saying start Mesut Ozil, bench Fabregas, sell Odegaard. As much as it pains me to say, Cesc Fabregas, when he was with us, was phenomenal. The Chelsea move hurt. The Mesut Ozil bit towards the end hurt, but at least he didn't go to another club. So I'm going to say start Ozil, bench Fabregas, sell Odegaard.
And then we just go to the midfield again. So to Declan Rice. Alexander Song, Thomas Partey, and then Jack Wilshere. Start one, bench one, and sell 2.
I love Jack Wilshere. Growing up, he was my favourite player. Obviously, he never got to be fit, so I'm going to say on that regard, start Declan Rice. Absolutely, 100%.
Over Thomas Partey, over Alexander Song.
If they're all fit, then the problem is I was 10, 11 years old growing up with Alex Song. Declan Rice is the one that I've seen. So maybe a little bit biased. If I'm putting the bias aside, start Alex Song, bench Declan Rice, sell Partey just purely to the injury record, and sell Jack Wilshere for the same reason, as much as it pains me to say.
Thank you for having us. Today you are playing Crystal Palace at home. What do you think? Because you've lost to West Ham and Fulham. They are both London teams. So can you win today's game, or you think Arsenal will lose?
Well, with their current form in the league, I think so, but not by that much.
Losing today's game will just wash everything away. Like, the season will be over for us now if they lose today's game.
Yeah, definitely. I think they need to win this one today. They need to stop the rot. If they don't, 4 losses. It's not good. But look, do you know what? They're at home. Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are always tough. They're a tough team. Do you know? They play good football. But you know, look, it's like anything. Every team goes through tough stages in the season. Nobody goes through purple patches right the way through the whole season. So just looking at it there, I think if they can get a win today, it will be tough. If they can get a win, they might get back on track then, because I've got them back to win the league.
You want Arsenal to win the league?
I backed Arsenal to win the league. They should have won it last year, in my opinion. They were at 1 point, 11, 12 points clear at the top. You know, it was a big implosion. Now I know they've a young team. Arteta's a very good manager, but that just wasn't great for confidence last season.
To win the league, you need a striker that can score 20 goals for you in a season, and Arsenal don't have that kind of striker, because Saka is their top scorer this season, and he has 9 goals in all season, and today is match day 21.
Look, I mean, you've Saka there. He's a winger basically, and he's top scorer. Like, you know, I know you've Mo Salah at Liverpool, right, and he scored, but I mean that's a different level. But with Saka, you know, you definitely need a Dennis Bergkamp in there, don't you? You know, you need somebody like that there who's going to guarantee you goals. Jesus, look, let's be straight about it, didn't cut it at City. You know, he's not cutting it here. Good player and all the rest, but I think they need a good, like under Wenger, they always had a big centre forward, you know, who made a difference. You know, so I mean, Bergkamp was unbelievable. You know, down through the years, even Ian Rice, the likes of them guys, they were fantastic players. Ivan Toney's back now. Maybe they might go in for him. I think Isak is a fantastic player. I think he's fantastic. Now, okay, slightly injury prone. You know, he's in and out of the squad, but Jesus, that boy's quality. Like, I love his composure on the ball. I love when he gets up in front of goal. I mean, you put your house in him, he's going to score. You know, he's very, very composed. Beautiful footballer, athletic, fast, very, very quick on his feet. I still think, I'm not sure whether Isak would do the job. I think Ivan Toney now is tried and tested. Yeah. Like in fairness, I think he's tried and tested in the league. I mean, he's done very, very well with Brentford. He's tough, he's strong, he's imposing. There's not a lot of centre backs like marking him, you know. So I think if they need somebody like that, they need a man that they can aim for in the box, you know. And if they get something like that, they really need to do the business in January. You know, if they don't do the business in January, they're not going to win the league. They need to get somebody like that in there.
Because they've been struggling to get someone who can score that number of goals for them. Like, I can't remember the last striker who scored 20 goals for Arsenal in a season.
Jesus, I mean, do you mean that's a while ago? I mean, are we going back to Dennis Bergkamp? Are we going back to Ian Wright? We couldn't be going back that far, maybe, could we? But no, with regard to that, I think if they can do that, look, let's listen. They've quality players. Martinelli is quality in the left. Saka's quality in the right. Odegaard in the middle. They're fantastic players. You know, they know how to hold the ball. They know how to work it. Just missing that piece in the box. You know, where you have that natural finisher. You know, and again, as I said, they can get that ball in left and right. They're gifted players. Declan Rice now is obviously after massively shoring up, you know, midfield. You know, so I mean that they should be able to settle. You know, knowing that he's sitting behind them there, you know, and they should be able to push forward with confidence. But again, it's just that missing the centre forward.
We're still at Emirates. Arsenal are yet to play Crystal Palace. Yeah. Arsenal have lost their last 2 London derbies to West Ham and Fulham, respectively, and they are playing Crystal Palace today. What do you think is going to happen today?
Well, to be fair, you know, the boys have been away in Dubai, you know, and by the looks of it, they've gone away and had a good break. I feel like today, you know, we're going to bounce back with a win.
You struggled to win in of your last 3 games. You've lost against Liverpool here at Emirates, you've lost to West Ham here at Emirates, and you've lost in Fulham as well. It's been a bad record, because the last time Arsenal lost 4 games in a row was in 2018, and Roy Hodgson managed to get a point at Etihad, even though he was 2-0 down, but they managed to grab a point. Do you think they can pull in a surprise today?
Well, to be fair, if you look at the Liverpool game and a West Ham game, you know, if you put it into perspective, we should have won them games. You know, like, at the end of the day, we just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. But today, I think it will be different. As I say, the boys have been away in Dubai, and I feel like they will, you know, come here today and hopefully get.
I believe all of them can do it. It's a teamwork, and people calling us the manager to go, I think it's premature for them to come to that conclusion. Everyone should stand behind the team and the manager to see how we proceed. Every team has got its own problem. Manchester United have its own problem. Chelsea. Man City and all that. And Man City have lost how many games this season? Three games. And we are doing the same. So people shouldn't, jump into conclusion to say, okay, they should call the manager to leave. I think it's not the right thing to do.
Do you believe your title hopes is gone already? Do you think there's no way you can win the league this season?
I don't think so. Anything possible in football. I believe Arsenal stand a chance of winning the league. That's my opinion. Yeah.
So a lot of people have been saying like you need to get a striker because Gabriel Jesus is not reliable. And then the strikers linked to Arsenal, we have Isaac of Newcastle, and then we have Ivan Toney and Karim Benzema. Among these three strikers, who will you bring to Emirates?
Well, to me, I haven't seen their performance yet, so I wouldn't jump into conclusion who they should bring, who the team should bring. But it's entirely up to the manager and the board of directors to look into the way Arsenal is going and make sure get the right striker for the team. Yeah.
Omanaja man, what you saying? You're right.
Yeah, super.
I guess you support Arsenal, yeah?
Yeah.
What's your expectation for today's game? Have you got any prediction?
Yeah, we've been bad for a few games now, so I feel today we should be better. We should maybe 2-1, 3-1 to Arsenal.
Who do you think is going to score for you?
No, I'm not counting on anyone because we've been wasting a lot of chances lately, so I'm not counting on anyone.
Possibility of you having Saka, Martinelli, and Nketiah is high.
Saka or Leicester, that's the problem.
Are you saying Saka will start because he's a Nigerian or what?
No. It's going to start because we've got no substitute for him. So that's the problem with Arsenal right now. We need to do better. Nobody's playing that wing aside Saka. So
there is a lot of people saying like you need to get a striker in. People have been saying Ivan Toney. Some people have been saying Karim Benzema. And then Isaac of Newcastle. Who will you get out of these three players?
No, I'm not sure Arsenal is going to go for any of those three. Trust me. I've been supporting this club for about 2 decades now. Arsenal is not going to, because if Anthony Brentford is going to be demanding so much money from Arsenal, and I'm not sure.
To win the Premier League, you need someone who can score you like 20 goals.
Yeah, you need a proper striker to win the Premier League, and I'm not sure Arsenal is in that position right now to do that. That's the truth.
So do you accept that your title hopes is over? There's no way you can win the league this
No, I can't say that. I can't say that because anything can still happen. This Premier League, you can't. We are just halfway to the season, so there's still a lot of hope. Something can happen. So
let me ask you about these two African players here. If you have to choose one African player, Kanu Nwankwo and Manuel Adebayo, just one player to play for Arsenal, who will you go for?
Both play for Arsenal actually, and I
just choose one.
I always go for Kanu Nwankwo any day. Yeah.
This one is going for Kanu because he's a Nigerian.
No. It's not a matter of Nigeria. Kanu is a true gunner, bro. No, Adebayo was a snitch. Yeah.
So I'm here with my friend, and it's Arsenal Crystal Palace. What's your prediction for today's game?
I think that Arsenal's going to win 3-2.
And who is going to score for Arsenal?
Saka, maybe.
Who is your favorite Arsenal player?
Saka.
Saka as well. So if you're asked to sign one player to join Arsenal from any club, which player will you sign? Just one player.
Raheem Sterling.
Raheem Sterling. You want Sterling to come to Arsenal?
Yeah.
You're playing Crystal Palace at home. You struggle to beat West Ham and Fulham respectively. They are both London clubs, and Crystal Palace is a London club as well. What's your prediction for today's game?
Prediction, I think we will get a win today. I'm hoping I'm making a 3-1 prediction. That's what my son said to me earlier. I'm going to stick with him. It's a must-win. It's a must-win game. I think our season could very easily be over if we don't win today. So it's essential to win. Draw, loss, big trouble. Win, we're back in it again.
If you have the chance to bring Unai Emery back to Emirates, looking at what he's doing at Aston Villa, would you bring him back to Emirates?
Well, do you know what? I think we should just stick with what we've got for the minute. I think Arteta, he needs to show a little bit more flexibility. I think if he shows some more flexibility, then I think we have potential to move on, progress. We've got players to come back as well this season, so still half a season to go.
So with the constant injury of Thomas Partey, Zinchenko, Justin Timber, and Gabriel Jesus, if you're asked to assign 4 players from any club in the world to replace these 4 players to help you boost your squad, who will you bring in?
If I could have 4 players from anywhere in the world,
yeah, to replace these players with the constant injuries.
Louis, you can include some as well.
I'd say for striker to replace Jesus, I'd say Osimhen from Napoli.
Okay, Osimhen from Napoli.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one. Thomas Partey, who will you bring in to replace Thomas Partey?
Ooh.
Thomas will hopefully come back for us though. We
think
hope.
so?
Well, let's hope so. We like Thomas Partey. We do. So we're hopeful that he could make a good recovery and come back strong.
What do you think of Kai Havertz?
Kai, the jury is still out for Kai, I'm afraid. You know, he probably has not performed as well as we would like him to have performed this season, and there is a lot of room for improvement. A lot of room.
After this game, even if you lose today's game.
Okay, if we lose today, we're struggling. However, win today, win against Forest, then we've got Liverpool at home. Beat Liverpool at home, we're straight back in it.
Because you've already lost to Liverpool at Emirates already.
We have, but hey, you win some, you lose some, and now we just have to start winning some more.
Yeah, to win the Premier League, you need a striker that can score 20 goals a season or more.
Correct.
Who will you bring in to score that goals for you? Because Gabriel Jesus is really struggling to like.
He is struggling. I'm sad to agree with you on that one. I've been an Ivan Toney fan for many years. I'd like to see him at the club.
At the club, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. It's been nice having a conversation.
And
with
you too, my friend.
Today, the expecting is a win because now for the game, the last game, Arsenal is not very good. So I think today is victoire with goal with Bukayo and Gabriel and Kai.
Yeah, Kai. So as you're a French here, I'm just gonna ask you. There's been a lot of rumor about Karim Benzema coming to Emirates. Are you happy about that? Do you think he can help Arsenal?
I'm happy because it's a loan, and it's free. It's free. It's a good record because it's Ballon d'Or. So it's very good.
So if you ask to bring one player back to Arsenal, Lacazette or Aubameyang, who will you bring back to Arsenal, to Emirates?
Aubameyang.
Aubameyang, yeah. So if you ask Michael Olise or Saka, who will you choose? One player.
Bukayo
Saka over Michael Olise.
Bukayo.
Okay, that's right then. Thank you. What's your prediction for today's game?
For this game, it's a difficult game, but Arsenal win. I think 3-1 or 2-0.
Arsenal is playing Crystal Palace at home today, and Arsenal struggle to win against Fulham, against West Ham, and they are all London clubs. Do you think Arsenal can pull a surprise today? Can they beat Crystal Palace at home today?
Yeah, Palace are quite weak. It's a home game. We've had a break in Dubai, so I don't see why not. The players have had a rest. Palace haven't won in about 11 games, I think.
Yeah, 9 games in a row.
There you go. So yeah, I still fancy our chances today, but we'll have to see what happens. I think it'll be interesting with the lineup. No Gabriel Martinelli, so you know if we can wear them down and then Martinelli comes on later on against tired legs at Palace's back line, then probably we can have a go at them. I reckon 3-1.
Yeah, and Roy Hodgson with his boys, they can pull up a surprise at any time, as they did in Etihad.
Yeah, but I don't think they will. I think when we're playing Trossard today at left on the left-hand side with Zinchenko at left back, I think there'll be a bit more cover for Zinchenko, so I think we'll be a little bit slower today. I think it's going to be a lot slower of a game. I don't think we're going to hit them straight away, but I think it's going to be a very controlled game, especially in the midfield with Havertz there and Jesus being back fit as well. So I see us still getting a win, but I think it's going to be a very, very slow and physical game.
And do you think you still stand a chance to win the Premier League?
Well, I don't know. It's too early to tell. If you look at the points, we're certainly there. We're in the conversation. We win today and we're already up to third place, and we're level on points.
Arteta should be sacked.
Do you agree with him?
No, absolutely.
We need to win. We need the 3 points. I think today has to be a win. There's no other choice. We have to win. We have to get that 3 points. We have to be on Liverpool and Man City.
What's your prediction for today?
I'm predicting a 3-1.
And who's going to score for Arsenal?
I want Trossard to score because he needs that, and also obviously the boy Saka, and hopefully Havertz can get another one.
So there's a lot of conversation about Arsenal wanting to bring in a striker, and there's Ivan Toney, Karim Benzema, Isak of Newcastle. Who will you bring in? One of them, just one player.
I'll have either Isak or Toney, but I think Toney's more of a like a on the in the box. He's more good in the box, and we like to put in crosses, and he'll be at the end of it, man. So I think a striker's definitely needed, and it's needed as soon as possible.
So do you think Arsenal can still win the league, or you think your hopes is already dented?
No. I think we can still do it, but we need a striker. We have to have a striker.
So if you ask to start one player,
Yeah.
sell one player and bench one player, which is Mesut Ozil, Cesc Fabregas and Odegaard. Who will you start? Who will you bench and who will you sell?
I'll start Ozil, of course, man. Come on,
Start
man.
Ozil.
You know what he was doing in Emirates. So yeah, man, I'll start Ozil, man. Ozil was one of our best players, man.
In the midfield, Declan Rice, Thomas Partey, Alexander Song, and Jack O'Shea. Who will you start? Who will you bench?
I would start Rice and bench the rest of them, man.
You bench Thomas Partey over.
Yeah, 100%, man. Because you know with Partey, he's a track back and he goes up, back down and up. Partey is more of a defensive.
Defensive, yeah.
Yeah. So with Rice, he's like box to box, man. Yeah, that's what we need, man. We need the attackers to go. We need the midfield to go up and back down as well and help with the defending as well.
Yeah.
Which man.
So it's Arsenal Crystal Palace. What's your prediction for today's game?
I believe Arsenal's going to win 3-0 today. That's my predictions.
Who is going to score for Arsenal, I think?
I believe Saka's going to score a hat-trick today.
Saka's going to score a hat-trick. Where do you think Arsenal is going to finish on the table?
I'm aiming for first place this season, but I mean it has been a bad couple of weeks for us. But I really believe today's the game that we can turn it around, and Arsenal get the victory.
Yeah, to win the league, you need like a top-notch striker, someone who can score at least 20 goals a season. But you don't have that kind of striker. If you ask to bring someone here in this winter transfer, who will you bring to help Arsenal win the league?
I've been screaming Ivan Toney, but I don't know. We got to see what Arteta's about to cook up. But personally, I believe we do need a striker this season. It's been a hard season in terms of finishing. I'm really hoping we're going to buy somebody, or else it's going to be a very bad season for us. I can already see it. But I want to stay positive. Let's hope for a win today, and we keep it pushing.